What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. A few things have changed. Like, here's my car. Check it out. Got tinted windows. Got my tires back on. Got my wheels. Had to buy some new lug nuts and a lock. But yeah, someone got into my car at work the other night, and so I installed an alarm. I got it all set up. Little Viper alarm. It all works. I'm not gonna mess with it right now, but for this video we're gonna be installing a Sparco steering wheel. This thing and the quick release, they're off my Eagle Talon, but I just kind of wanted to put some more added security to my car. Yeah, I went with some energy parts. This right here, I think this is the lock, which is pretty tight. I've been waiting for this so we can install everything. I looked at it a little bit in the store, but it free spins, so no one can mess with it. There's a lock there, but you put your quick release on down there. I have a hub in this box. Put the hub on, the quick release, and then this will go over to lock it, and I'll bring the steering wheel with me into work. And when someone tries to fuck with it, they can't steer or anything because it free spins. That's the plan. I'm gonna try to get that all set up. Maybe I can drive to work. And also, I lowered the seat the other day. I ended up bolting it down to this bracket. I ended up removing, I had like these risers on the seat, and so it's like 2.5 or 3 inches, and it raised it up. But I ended up removing that, bolted the seat down to the Sparco bracket, and I didn't have any room to bolt the back piece down of this slider, so I just welded it down. But now the seat's tucked in lower, and I got way more headroom. It's super dope. But yeah, also another thing is, well, I moved that 4-door Civic that's all stripped out. But this is the new Lexus. It's gonna be the drift car, right, Lucky? This thing is clean. I went to go check out a 240SX because I just wanted something to beat on. I just wanted a rear-wheel drive chassis, really, and I came across this. The dude had this in his yard, factory 5-speed. There's no transmission, it's a shell, but it's super clean interior, and has a sunroof. It has a nice in-dash with the rear view camera and stuff. But I used to have one of these with a 1JZ in it, and it was a lot of fun. And the engine bay is huge. Check it out. It's a fat engine bay. There's a lot of bullshit going on in here, but it's all original. I mean, nothing looks super damaged or anything, but it's just a platform. I want to go put a 2JZ in it just because I've already had a 1J, and the 2JZ is like $3,100, and it's a lot easier to find one of those than an engine for this Eagle Talon here. It's just, you can't find an Evo engine or early Evo engine like Evo 1, 2, or 3, and to find a low mileage DSM engine, you have to find a low mileage DSM engine. It's fucking impossible. But I just need to get it built, get a new block built for that thing. But yeah, overall it's super clean. Car's got like 140K. It originally had a 2JZ in it, turbo, and the dude bought this car for 12 grand, and he traded it off for some work, and so that's how I acquired it. I bought it from the dude, a couple $100. It was either buy this super clean shell that's all here for, what was it, 500, or I was looking at a 240SX shell, cut up rear quarters. It had no fenders, no front end, no interior or anything, and that was for 300. So I thought this would be a way better starting point. And it came with a JZ exhaust that's meant to hook up to a 2JZ. Came with the rear diff. Came with axles. And that's about it, really. But it's clean. It has a title. Clean all around. These wheels are pretty shitty, but I can always put other wheels on it. They're just kind of rollers. Right tank. Yeah, for my car, when you try to get the RSX wheel off, it's kind of like the very first video I made for the channel was putting this wheel on. It's about to come off. It's kind of like, you know, it goes back. It's the very, very first video on my channel. But people are getting in my car. But yeah, when the guy did get into my car, I didn't have an alarm. I had this clutch lock on, but they jumped on it or whatever, and they bent my clutch pedal right there. And all this was open, my glove box. They took all my change. They took my multimeter. So when I got my alarm, I couldn't put my alarm in because I didn't have a multimeter anymore. Someone had stolen it. But so we got an alarm, and we're gonna do the steering hub and the lock, and probably another kill switch also. But oh, I also ordered locking hood pins. So they're the arrow catch locking hood pins. So once we do the carbon fiber hood that I also picked up, we're gonna put those arrow catch pins in. You can't run a hood without hood pins on it for sure. But I'll show you guys the hood real quick. I ended up grabbing this from a shop in like Tacoma, Washington. But you could see it has like these runs. Some spray paint cleared it, but it's whatever. I'm gonna sand the whole thing down. I'm gonna re-clear it. And we're gonna pop some holes in for some hood pins. And that's another hood I picked up at the junkyard. I got that one on a deal for like $60. And I just buffed it out just the other day, trying to sell it to make some money to keep things going. This is my hatch. I don't know when this thing's gonna get put together. I've been slacking on that. So yeah, I got the hub on in quick release, but I had to go to the store. I had to get some new bolts for these here, but I probably could have reused the ones off my steering wheel, but I wasn't thinking. I had to tap each and every thread on this hub, and it was brand new. I had to tap each and every one with a tap set, because there's just too much powder coat for the bolts, and the bolts were just giving me a bunch of resistance, like they didn't want to go on. But anyway, I'm back now, and I wanted to try to get my wheel as close as possible to how I had it. So the wheel was locked a little bit to the left, and I didn't want this button on the quick release like behind the steering wheel over here like it was. I wanted it up here. So it looks like it might just go on like this, and the button will be kind of near, almost near the top. So a little bit to the left, which might be enough. Other than that, when I do my inner tie rods and outers, they'll get everything aligned, which would be dope. But I got some new hardware. Got these ones, which should fit nicely, and they do in the steering wheel. Because the old bolts, these were the ones that were for the hub, and they're flat on the bottom. And these ones here have an angle to them, so they sit nicely in the wheel. I don't think these old bolts had enough grab, so they just probably weren't the safest bet. But I'm gonna be able to get this on here now, which will be sick. Put the horn button on. I still have to mess with this ring to make it touch the brass piece on the back, and then run a wire to it for my horn, which is under here. But I'm just trying to get this all set up now so I can take the car to work. So it'll be dope. Hopefully Hopefully these bolts aren't too long. Nope, they fit nice. Would be sick to get some titanium bolts though. I think Downstar, or I've started following these pages that they just make bolts. This is gonna be rad. This wheel is super nice. I'm probably gonna have to wear gloves now. And it's not spaced super far away from my controls like I was worried about. Cause I don't know, I don't think I've ever had a short hub before, and the standard hub kicks you out way too far where you actually have to like get your hand off of the wheel to hit any of these. But I can still hit them with my fingers, which is tight. It's awesome. And this is a really nice steering wheel. I bought this one brand new for like $200 or something. Just been sitting. Might as well use it. But yeah, none of this horn stuff's really hooked up. Yeah, it looks sick. And the button's right on top. It's easy to get to. But now I gotta go get my hub lock and see how that works out. And it has a key and everything. Yeah, it's not hooked up at all, but sick. And this is what it'll look like. I'm gonna put the RSX wheel in my shed. I think I usually have the wheel a little bit higher. I'll figure it out though. Now the seat's lower, might have the wheel angled lower. But that's sick. So guys, we gotta close this video out, Tanky. Lucky. So, where we left off, it's like been a few days. Maybe it's been like 4 or 5 days. But here's the lock. Got this on. And so you put it on here onto the quick release, and you just push the button and it locks into place, and so no one can steal your stuff. I have my steering wheel back here. This one, I'm still having trouble with my horn button, keeps popping off. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but it's somewhat tight. Then it just pops out. Here, let me grab my keys real quick and I'll show you guys how everything goes on and off. Alright, so to take this thing off, find the little key. And the thing doesn't turn much at all, like it just barely turned. And you pull the lock out itself a little bit to where it's like flush with this, and it hits, and you just spin it to the left and it pops right off. And then when you want to lock it again, you just get it on there to all the way to the right, you just push the button. And so just throw your wheel on and done. Pretty sick. And I got the short hub. So before, I've had quick releases in cars. Mainly I had a EG Civic, a coupe, and I also did have a hatch, but it seemed like the wheel would push out way far, or it'd have like one of those concave wheels. This one's pretty much flat, which is pretty cool. It's not dished or anything, so you can still reach your signals, your wipers. This is a daily car. Still has everything in here. I drive it every day. But yeah, that's important to reach those without having to like completely take your hand off the wheel to go way out there and reach something and back, or to do your turns all the way out there and back. But no, this worked out. Except I forgot this is suede. I might have to get a pair of like driving gloves. So I don't want to ruin it. I've just been trying not to touch it at all. But sometimes you just can't help it. But the oils in your skin kind of ruin it. So I just been holding on to the leather part. I would have just, if I would have known, I would have just got a full leather, black leather wheel. But it's all good. It's a little different. It's kind of like fancy. And yeah, so in the next video, I'm thinking we're gonna put these hood pins. I just got these in the mail just the other day. They are locking hood pins. Bought them so even if somebody broke my window, got in my car, and couldn't steal anything, and they try to pop the hood, they would have to undo my locks on my hood pins to get to my engine or to my battery, or to try to steal my hood, the carbon hood. So we're putting these on. I've never installed these. These are pretty big, like hood pins, like big area to cut out of a hood. And the hood right now doesn't have anything drilled out. It's never had hood pins. So I have to completely choose right where I want them. But it comes with the template. Hopefully I can fucking make it look good and even. But that'll be the next video. I have to sand down the hood and re-clear it. But the weather's really nice. So, you know, super nice out. And I'll be able to re-clear that hood and put it on my car. Because my hood has so many dents right now. I've always wanted a carbon hood on this. I should have never sold my old one. I sold my old one for $250. I bought this one for $300 with like some spray paint clear on it, but it's just kind of hard to find one OEM kind of looking hood. Well, it was a few months ago. I mean, there's been a few more that popped up right after I bought my hood, of course, but I might just have to buy those up too. But after that, I want to get a new bumper or a lip and paint match, repaint the bumper, get a new driver's fender, and then repaint my side skirts, and it looked pretty sick. And then we're going to try to find a carbon trunk, because the carbon trunk on a sedan will look rad for sure. And there's nothing going on in the back. We might cut my bumper, but because my bumper already has a crack in it anyway, so I need a new bumper. So I might just stitch it up and cut it. Might look rad. But that's it for this video. I just want to close it out. I had this done for a few days, just been taking it to work and whatever, using the lock. It really works out. No one's messed with my car. Also, with that alarm I installed, no one's messed with anything. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. The next one we're gonna do that hood. That's what I'm planning on doing. So, right on. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.